This video is going to highlight the things that you're going to need to create at the beginning of the school year or semester when you are taking on the role as the course instructor. All right, these are the things that are going to go in the important course information folder. The first thing is going to be your syllabus. And right now we're still working on a template that all the C3 courses will use, but once we have that, we will post it below, and I will also send it out to you so you can just update it and fill in your information for you as the instructor. All right, the next thing that you're going to look at is a communication policy. And this is just going to be a page in Schoology where you're just going to lay the ground rules for how communication is going to work with you. All right, so you're going to specify how you want your students to contact you. You can specify if you want them to send emails, if you want them to send messages in a different way. All right, whatever works for you specifically. And then you're going to give them expectations for when they can expect to hear feedback from you. So if you can think back to potentially an online college class that you took, the assistant professors and grad assistants would give you a potential response time for when they would hear from you, or you could specify these are days that I'm not available to get back to you at night. All right, so these are just ultimately policies and just guidelines to help create the expectations for how you want this to work with your students and parents. And then also in this policy, you can get the options for how students can ask for support. So you can give them tips for if you want to set up virtual hours to meet with them, or if you want to set up a time where they can just set up a phone call with you or just message back and forth. Just lay out any options that they have as well that would go into this communication policy. And then finally, a helpful resource page. And this is something that you can work with the course developer to create. Ultimately, this resource page should just have some links, whether it's Clever. You can link them to the Tech Services site, which has a bunch of videos and things for students. You can also put in how-to guides. Some examples for things you might want to include would just be submitting assignments or navigating through a Schoology course. There are ones for sending an email or however you want the kids to communicate with you. A lot of these guides are already created, so you wouldn't necessarily have to work with the course developer to recreate them. It would just be a matter of pulling them and putting them all on one helpful page for the kids and just organize it in a way that students know, like, if I go to this page, this is a pretty good spot where I can get some help then as well. All right, so if you have any questions about these items that are going in this important course information folder, please just work with us and we'll be glad to help you get going with these.